So Many Mangoes is a innovative data, marketing, and sales company that particularly allows B2B organizations, business to business, to connect and get FaceTime meetings with their ideal decision makers and prospects. And some of the ways they do this with data is we do what's called web scraping. So you can gather all of the contact information from your ideal decision makers. You can then engage them through marketing campaigns, mostly through LinkedIn and webinars. And in terms of sales, we've innovated something that's very cutting edge, which is the AI LinkedIn tool. So on LinkedIn, it's best for business companies to connect with one another. If you're using LinkedIn, you've probably come across these generic messages that are pretty much copy pasted, and all that changes is your first name, right? In order to stand out among all this noise of messages on LinkedIn, our AI tool can leave what we call complement connection messages. So in the complement messages, it references information that you'd normally have to dig all the way down to the bottom of someone's profile on LinkedIn in order to leave that kind of compliment. So for example, let's say if you have a recommendation from someone, right? Recommendation from a colleague from years ago, it'll actually reference that person's name in the connection request acceptance message as it talks about your glowing recommendation, your profile. Or maybe you have volunteer experience. It'll reference the positive impact that you're making in the world through that volunteer experience. Or if you have an award, it'll reference the award, right? So we've been able to get up to 88% connection request acceptance rates, which is an order of magnitude than the generic messages, through these connection request complement connecting tools using artificial intelligence. And then for the follow-up messages, until someone replies, you send a sequence that we call hyper-personalized GIFs and images. So in these GIFs and images, imagine, say, for example, someone's standing in front of a whiteboard, right, and a GIF, and they could be underlining your name or the new job that you just got, and you send that out to people at scale. Or you could even use their profile picture in a webinar invitation, send that out at scale. Or a really successful campaign we've been running is holding up 2 coffee mugs, right? And in one coffee mug you have your name, on the others you have your prospect's name, and you send that out at scale, right? To anyone you're looking to connect with. And this has been an incredible way to get FaceTime, have virtual coffees, right? And ultimately connect with your decision makers. So we've been working with companies like SAP, Oracle, Fortune 50s, all the way down to startups. And now we have a very affordable tool combined with a training program so that everyone can implement these tools for their business to succeed. Yeah, so if you go to ManyMangoes, mangoes.com, then you can book a meeting. Once we go through what your needs are, maybe it's just the sales part. We also have an SDR program. So we had this wonderful problem where we created too many leads for these companies. And so to overcome that, we now have SDRs, sales development reps, which basically call into those leads, referencing the connection that's already been made, and then lining up appointments. So they have these Zoom meetings to actually demo and close the sales. So that might be what you need is more sales. You might need more marketing. You might need more data, right? So depending on the package that's right for you, we'll have that conversation and find you the best solution. So this actually started out as a for-profit company working with Fortune 50 other companies, but we turned it into a nonprofit. And we take all of the proceeds from this, once some of the expenses are paid, right? We take all the proceeds and we put them towards helping save and transform people's lives, right? Through the water programs, through the ventilator programs, through tree planting, through rugby and technology. All of these different things are funded through Many Mangoes. By the way, all of our donations are matched 2x by Rotary International. And Rotarians, again, is a 1.4 million person organization all around the world of philanthropists and well-connected people like Bill Gates, multiple presidents. They're all part of Rotary. And there's a Rotary club in India that has some very talented doctors doing heart surgery, right? Now, there's a lot of Kenyans, over 100 Kenyan people in the Kilifi County, kids who need heart surgeries, who aren't able to afford heart surgeries. So Rotarians in India have offered to do those surgeries for free for the Kenyan children, to cover their accommodation, their food, the surgery itself. All that's missing is the transport to make it over to India. So now we have a call to action for everyone who's watching this. If you have points with airlines that allows you to allocate that actual trip, please contact Isaac, ISAAC, at ManyMangoes, ManyMangoes.com. Send them an email, let them know that you have points or you want to contribute for the flights, and we can help more than 100 kids gain access to life-saving heart surgeries. we've hired a lot of people here in Kenya, about 40 people, to do the data piece, to do some of the LinkedIn optimization piece. But we've hired people all around the world. It was registered originally in the UK, so we have people in Morocco, we have people in Canada, we have people in India. It's truly a global organization.